Welcome everyone. We have the Icon Collectibles Norseman. This is based off of a very famous painting by Frank Frazetta and is officially licensed by his estate. Icon Collectibles is also responsible for the Fire and Ice figures, so you can kind of consider this part of that line of figures to add to your collection. So for packaging, this has some really nice art and some really nice things going on. The Norseman is raised and has this gold foiling. You can kind of see it there. The rest of the box also has raised embossing. Here we have the top and the bottom, if you want to see that. Then we have the side. And the other side has some really nice photography. And then on the back, we get a layout of everything that the figure is going to come with. And we've got a little call out to FrazettaCurls.com, who helped to make this possible. And we've got a QR code there if you want to check that out. This also has one of those opening style looks. So we got some nice photography here. And then we get to see the Norseman on the inside. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. So you do get a little bit of a backdrop. This cardboard is kind of medium weight for cardboard. So I would say this is suitable for making a diorama out of. And this is basically the original, a Photoshop version of the original painting where they removed the Norseman from the image. So you can stick your Norseman there and have him recreate that painting. And then here we have him in his blister, and we've got two levels. So in the back, we've got his cloak and two different hair profiles and a bandolier. And in the main tray, we have the figure and everything else. He's got an extra head, he's got a shield, gauntlet, and a bunch of hands. So let's get this guy all the way out. So here he is out of the box, and as you see, so here he is out of the box, and as you can see, he has tons of accessories. So many accessories. So he's got what is already on him out of the package. So he's got this necklace that can be removed. He's got the Viking style Valkyrie helmet with hair that is designed to work with the helmet. He's got these gauntlets. These two are different from each other. And then he's got this loincloth. He's got a bandolier, so you can hold one of the various swords that he comes with. He's got a staff also with this really nice gold top piece to it. He's got this really nice sword. Some good weathering on it too. It's got some nicks and has seen some damage. And then we've got this other sword, a little bit bigger. It's also got some little nicks and abrasions on it. There is some texture on it, like it's, been through a lot of battles. It's got this simulated leather wrap around it, and it just looks good. It's just amazing. And so you can also swap out this gauntlet so that he can have something a little bit closer to this, but this is different also. So technically he's got 3 different styles of gauntlets. He's got a shield, very nice bronzy battle scarred shield, and it's got the kind of setup where, you know, it's kind of like one directional, so you've got a end that his forearm goes into and the other end that he's going to hold on to with his hand. He's got this really nice cape, cloak, whatever you want to call this, and I'm not sure if this comes apart. I would be careful about trying to unclasp this. I don't know that it's designed to do that, so I would say pop the head off and put the cloak on if that's what you're going to do. So you can have him rocking with that look, which is pretty awesome. I will warn you that this is probably going to, like, the little hairs are going to be prone to falling off. So I would say don't get crazy with manipulating the cape, because it's going to probably shed pretty easily. He's got a ton of hands, so he comes with these relaxed hands out of the package. Then he's got kind of these splayed hands that you can give him. He's got weapon holding hands, and then he's got a completely closed fist. You can also swap out his loincloth for this, I guess, kind of this cod piece, and I'm not quite sure how they expect you to do this. Okay, so you can pop the upper torso off, and you can slide, maybe, you can slide this piece off, and he's like completely naked up underneath that. And then, kind of weird how this works, but I guess you slide this on this way, and then pop this back on. We'll talk about the head in here in a moment. And then you can give him that, you know, ultimate heavyweight championship belt look. I think I like the loincloth a little bit better, but, you know, you got options. There's just different ways you can do this. And then last, he's got this head system. So he's got an alternate head where he's screaming, and you can take the helmet off, and he's got kind of like this helmet hair. And, you know, you could have him, you know, just be a bald guy. Like, this is a thing, you know, people do sometimes, but this isn't really how you're supposed to do the hair. So this just slides off the back, and you can slide on different hair. So this would be so that, if I can get it on here. So this would be him without his helmet on. So you can have this look. His kind of hair is just kind of flowing in the wind. This head that is screaming, you know, this hair, I believe, comes off. Doesn't seem like it wants to, though. Goes on there really tight, but the head, the second head, this hair does come off, and you can pair it with this version. And I'm kind of noticing, like, when you put the hair on, it adheres very tight, and it's kind of hard to take it back off. And then you've got some different hair. This is like the flowing version of the helmeted hair. These are a little tricky to get on, but once you kind of figure out how these work, it gets easier. So now you've got a version of the hair where it's kind of sweeping off to the side. So for articulation, I'm going to leave the head off for a moment because there's a lot that kind of obscures things. But as you can see, there's a double dumbbell. So dumbbell into the head and then dumbbell into the neck. The neck is molded into the body, so there's no additional neck movement. The articulation system is unique. It's got some elements of figure arts and Figma. So I don't know if you can really see what's going on, but there's a shoulder inside, and this shoulder on top basically wraps around it. So you can get these really, normally you don't see this kind of look in a figure, but this is more so how a real human body looks when you like bend your biceps forward. So this is a really cool system. He's got single elbows, and these are kind of tight package. They do go slightly above 90. All the hands have back and forth joint. As you saw earlier, there is a dumbbell at the top. You're going to find out this helmet likes to come off a lot. The hips are doing a similar thing to the shoulders. So there is a ball joint, a cap, and then this sits on top of the cap. So very Japanese toy company style. And then single knee joint, which I think is okay. And then do get a very extensive back and forth motion. This piece is a floating piece, and then there is very deep side pivot. And I did call this a bandolier earlier, but this is definitely a belt. This will not wrap around his chest. So this is going to give you some storage, and just overall it looks good. And then this is how you can have him pose with a lot of his accessories on him. I will say you're probably going to want to take the gauntlet off on the arm that you put the shield on, because it's just going to really get in the way and be restrictive, and maybe there will be some paint rub. So I would say probably avoid that if you can. But this is definitely an amazing figure. So here he is with one of his fellow characters, and here he is with another company, just to kind of show what this guy will look like with other fantasy figures. And I'll say, if you're on the fence about getting him, I say get this guy. This is an amazing figure. It looks amazing. It comes with so many accessories. Whatever preference you're going to want to pose this guy or display this guy, the release has you covered. This also does a good service of showing us what their barbarian is going to look like. It's going to be this body. They keep using this body for these warriors. So if you like this, I'm sure the barbarian that's coming out this year is going to be even more amazing. So let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, please tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.